What is up, guys? It is Sammy's Tech Help here. Today we are unboxing the LG 306G. We also, a little later in the video, are going to do a comparison to the Actel One Touch A206G, which we previously unboxed on the channel. To start, let's just go ahead and unbox this guy. They're very similar packaging styles here, so just going to go ahead and rip this part off like so, revealing the gem inside here. Now, hopefully this is going to be easy to open. We have some information right here, some serial information, some stuff that's going to help us activate it. And then here's what we're more interested in, the actual phone here. So let's go ahead and see if I can open this here. Okay guys, so after a ton of trouble and some brute force, we sort of got the phone out of the package here. So here's the phone itself. We're going to go ahead and set that aside here for a second. And actually, let's see if I can get these extras out of here. Take a look at all the other stuff it comes with. So similar to the other One Touch phone, we have the back plate, the battery, the brick, and the micro USB. The difference here though is that we actually have a separation, a brick on its own and a USB on its own. So if you want to use this with the computer to sync it up or whatnot, you now are able to do that. Let's go ahead and take this out of the package now. The back plate, the battery, and we'll just set this stuff over here to the side for now. So let's go ahead and actually put this in here, and we'll see if it's pre-charged. The other phone was not pre-charged, but this one might be. Let's go ahead and pull this plastic wrap off and try and boot it on. Unlike the other phone, this one does have a charge to come out of the box. It's much nicer than having to wait an hour and a half to actually try out your brand new phone you just pulled out of the package. Although this one's packaging was much more difficult to actually take out. The other one was very simple and very easy. Okay guys, so for the actual price gap here, this I believe costs around $30, $25, $30. This one, $10 respectively. The feature gap is quite apparent. As you can just see here, it's much nicer to get this, the micro USB and the brick separate than just the micro USB wall adapter all in one that you get with the Actel One Touch. On here you just get so much more with the actual phone. There's apps, there's a ton of customization you can actually do with this phone that just isn't present with this phone. So actually going into this phone, unlike the other phone, there is much more customization as well. For example, you can actually go on Wi-Fi here, and you can join various networks. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera real quick, and then I will come back and show you what else you can do. Okay guys, so I just wanted to go ahead and show you some of the features that this phone has. So it has messages for all of your mail needs, dialing just as you would expect on any phone to be able to actually make and receive phone calls, games and applications, calendar, camera, video camera, which are two separate apps surprisingly, alarm, a web browser, settings, then just more email, and lots of other kind of things you'd expect to be able to view your pictures, play your music, connect to Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and some calculator stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at the games here. Now, it's kind of difficult for me to actually show you these things. We can only look at the demos because this phone is not currently activated, so it won't let me actually go and look into the store to be able to look into getting games, possibly free, possibly purchasing, depending on what it is. It does have some simple games though, such as Bejeweled, as I'm showing you on screen right now. And yeah, so that's very cool, especially for a phone at this price point, to be able to have sort of games like this that you would be able to play. It is a little bit difficult with the small screen to play games like this, but it's still pretty fun for the price point to have something like this as a feature. So looking at another interesting feature here I didn't expect this phone to have was the calculator stuff here. So it has a calculator, a tip calculator, and a unit converter. So just going into the calculator, it's a standard calculator to expect. You can do 1 plus 3. You can do all sorts of different mathematical equations here that you would expect to be able to do. Also, it does have a tip calculator here in which you can put your total bill, the percentage you want to do, and if you are interested in splitting it with somebody else, which is something you have to get on basically every other smartphone. You have to get a third-party application to do this, so that this is a first-party application. That's pretty cool. Other than that, it just has some more basic things such as voice command, tasks, lots of stuff that you can natively have on some smartphones such as iPhone. You have a similar task app. On other apps, things like Facebook, you would have to download third party that has a notepad, file manager, and basically everything you'd expect in a phone at this price point and a little bit more. Overall, it is a pretty good phone. I have attempted at browsing the internet, but it is very slow and clunky. Combined with this old style keyboard makes it very tedious to actually do this. For example, just trying to go to google.com takes a very long time, and once you're there you cannot even do that much. So if I go ahead and go to Google, as you can see there, it sort of has like a desktop version. It says it's on mobile, but it looks really weird. And so even if I was going to search, let's say, cats, it still is a bit clunky and just doesn't overall look as well as you would think or expect it to. Also, web pages do load sort of slow, but it's kind of what you would expect for a phone at this price point. As you can see here, this is just standard Google, and it could barely fit 2 photos side by side in this mode here, as you can see. It barely lets me actually see the image too, and it has to download, but you can't even really view it easily without actually going through a bunch of steps. And as you can see here, it let me view it there for a second. So overall, guys, I was impressed and disappointed in certain areas of this phone. For what the price point is on this actual phone, I'm pretty impressed at some of the features, such as calculator and games and stuff that it actually has built in. But things like browser, or where they could even try and fit in a full keyboard, similar to the iPhone 4, it didn't fit in a tiny keyboard like that. It packed a full keyboard in. Being a similar screen size, they should be able to code for a full keyboard. But for the most part, for a $25, $30 phone, this phone is going to do the job. It's very lightweight, but we'll have to see how that stands up in a durability test, which will be coming soon, along with the drop test of the other phone. I haven't forgotten about it. That will be coming soon. Don't worry, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. And we're going to be doing an overall review of all of these and many other phones that I will be unboxing soon. So stay tuned for that. But most importantly, guys, have a great day.